All right, if you live in California, get ready, because a whole wave of new laws is coming your way. And these are going to impact everything. I mean, everything, from your wallet to your weekly grocery run. So, let's break down the biggest changes you need to know about for 2026.
So, just how many new laws are we talking about? Get this, more than 900. Nope, that's not a typo. 900 new laws have been approved. It's a staggering number, right? It makes it pretty much impossible for anyone to keep track of everything that's changing. Okay, so with that huge number, the real question is, which ones are actually going to affect you, in your day-to-day life? That's what we're going to do here. We're going to cut through the noise and focus on the key changes you really need to be aware of.
All right, first up, let's dive into something that hits close to home for so many people: healthcare costs. There is a huge change coming for any Californian who relies on insulin.
So here's the deal. A new law is putting a hard cap on insulin copays. We're talking just $35 for a 30-day supply. Now, who does this affect? It's for Californians who have state-regulated health insurance plans, and it is absolutely designed to bring some major financial relief.
But, and this is important, this doesn't just switch on for everyone at the same time. It's actually a phased rollout. So starting in 2026, the cap will apply to large group health insurers. Then, a year later, in 2027, it's going to expand to cover individual and small group health plans too.
Okay, let's switch gears. We're moving from healthcare into the home. There's a new law that's tackling a surprisingly common headache for renters all across California.
This one might sound like a no-brainer, but it's a really big deal. From now on, landlords will be required to provide a working stove and a working refrigerator in their rental units. Yeah, it sounds pretty basic, but believe it or not, this is a major shift for tenant rights in the state.
And here's why this is such a game changer. Especially in big cities like Los Angeles, it's been pretty common for landlords to just expect tenants to bring their own fridge. I mean, can you imagine moving a refrigerator? This new law finally puts an end to that whole practice. It makes these essential appliances a standard part of any rental.
All right, next up, we're wading into some slightly more contentious territory. This one involves public safety and a pretty significant clash between state and federal authority. So, California has a new state law that says law enforcement officers, both local and federal, can't wear masks to hide their identity while on duty. The law specifically calls out federal agencies like Customs and Border Protection and ICE, but the federal government has pushed back, basically saying its agents don't have to follow this state rule. The whole thing is now tied up in court, so this is definitely a legal battle to keep an eye on. Okay, shifting gears once more, let's look at a couple of new laws that are focused on our pets and our planet. These are going to affect everything from our furry friends to our grocery runs.
This one is pretty straightforward. California is officially banning the practice of cat declawing. And just to be clear, this isn't just like trimming their nails. The procedure actually involves removing parts of the cat's toe bones. It's now considered inhumane, so it's going to be prohibited across the entire state.
Okay, now for a law that might give you a little déjà vu. Remember back in 2014 when California first tried to ban single-use plastic bags? Well, there was a loophole. The law let stores provide these thicker, supposedly reusable plastic bags. The problem? Most people just threw them away, which kind of defeated the whole purpose. So this brand new law is here to finally close that loophole. So let's break down the difference. The old rule, after 2014, meant you could still get those thicker plastic bags, you just had to pay a fee for them. The new rule, starting in 2026, is much simpler. All plastic shopping bags provided by grocery stores are banned, period. This is a much bigger push towards bringing your own, truly reusable bags. Whew. Okay, so we've covered health costs, tenant rights, policing, pets, and plastic bags. Let's kind of zoom out for a second and look at the big picture here. What does all of this mean?
I mean, think about it. From the price of your medicine, to the basic appliances in your kitchen, to the bags you carry your groceries home in, these new laws are touching nearly every part of daily life. With more than 900 new rules taking effect, California is actively reshaping what it means to live here. And it really leaves you with a big question, doesn't it? How is all of this going to change life in the Golden State?